Hello Wanderers, welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Clan Stjarna, and as we begin this episode in the court of Jarl Refir, we are following up on the heels of our pretty epic duel that we won in order to gain our brooch back. Successful duel proving ourselves that despite being 61 years of age, we are good with a blade just as good as we are with a knife. We did have this event here at the end of the last episode. Let's see what that's all about while we pop back over here to Moesia. Let us see. While traveling across the wetlands of the county of Constanza, I find a makeshift looking stall by the side of the track. As I stop to take a look, a peasant by the name of Inga jumps into action, trying to convince me to buy one of the small cross carvings she has on sale. I make them by hand, my lord. Each one takes me hours of work. I doubt this stall pays tax. Tear it apart. Money, dread, so be it. And apparently she had to pick up and leave without a trace after that happened. Well, that's unfortunate for her. Somebody did mention important news in the last episode. Oh, well, interesting developments here in Navarra. It appears as though King Sumarlithi has died. Indeed he has. What did he die of? Died from his wounds, probably fighting here in Alsark, no doubt. That is a sad fate for the brave Sumarlithi. That puts his brother, King Asnar II, in charge. Craven, but diligent and gregarious, so he does have some kind of skill at ruling. Let's see if he can keep his kingdom alive and together. And what happened here? Did the kingdom of Aquitaine just disintegrate? I think it did. It looks like the kingdom of Aquitaine disintegrated here. And now France owns this, but all the duchies are free. Well, that is an interesting development going on over in southern France. But it does appear that our cousins here in Navarra are still holding on. They're doing okay. He has an alliance, not a powerful one, so he's gonna need some better alliances, probably once his children come of age. I see we are still on the debug menu. We're just gonna get rid of that. Boom. There we go. So, as we pop back over to Moesia, we'll let time run and just kind of take stock of things here in the Empire. Obviously, the Emperor Adrianos II is growing old, but he is unfortunately still our enemy. We won't be able to do much against him, however. He does have 4 sons. Here we have Eustathios. I'm not even going to try to pronounce most of these. Arsenios, that's an easy one. Apollonios and Isakios. Probably butchering the pronunciation of this, as I butcher the pronunciation of most things in this game, as you well know. After surviving his civil war, he is coming out of it looking fairly powerful, though his prestige is taken something of a hit. But he's got money, he's got dread, and he's got enough piety, so he should be able to kind of maintain his hold on the Empire for now. So we're not going to be able to do much against the Emperor, but we are still a powerful lord in the Empire, despite our rural kind of location and the fact that we are not even in the court, really. Maybe we aren't really that powerful. We're a large landholder, but we're not that powerful within the Empire. So that is something to kind of keep in mind here. Do want to go see how things are going off with our other cousins, the Nordva dynasty. He's got a lot of troops. He's holding his own. He doesn't have a significant amount of land, but if he can get some alliances, he's got enough children. If he can get some alliances, potentially he could carve himself out a bigger chunk of this. He has a little bit of Ireland here too, interestingly enough. Sweden here is looking pretty chunky, and they are Catholic, interestingly enough. Okay, so Sweden's ruler at some point turned Catholic. and is now converting the lands from Slovianaskin. That was a weird conversion there. Anyways, but now they are becoming Catholics, so interesting how that worked out. My vassal, Mayor Mandak, accosts me. Well met, liege. I've heard tell of your patronage of Lapsui, the metalsmith. They say she is forging regalia worthy of a jarl. Hopefully she is both forging it and forging it. Please take this and give it to her. I wouldn't want to miss the chance to aid in the creation of a masterpiece. Poor Mandak must have more money than he knows what to do with. Oh, how generous. Oh, I'll make sure she gets it. You know what? I kind of do want some good regalia, so we'll allow him to fund that. The People's Priest. Not a day passes without Bishop Thorolfir making a mockery of me during his sermons. Ugh, this swine. That obsessed swain is certain that I'm an agent of Satan. Well, he's probably right about that, honestly. And will not rest until he has turned the peasantry against me. The time has come to shut him down for good. Let's do it. Yeah, I think we're gonna be done with him. Let us do away with Thorolfir. We gained some tyranny, but I am not upset about murdering our rival here. Hopefully, his new craven replacement will be a little bit more cautious in his dealings with us. If it is a pond for carps you are interested in, I can build you a terrific one, my lord. The builder before me has good credentials, and my courtiers seem very excited about the prospect. Stop wasting my time. Is that truly the best deal you can give? Let's try it. Let's try to get a better deal here. And we did. We made a great deal, and now we have a pond full of carps. So you can see here also, Bjarmaland has converted mostly over to Catholic as well, and they've expanded a little bit here. King Styrbjorn II, Rikolfir, son of Bjarmaland, great grandson of the powerful Styrkar, and he is expanding his kingdom reasonably well. He's got some decent alliances as well, it appears. Finland. Yeah, okay, so he doesn't have really any helpful alliances to him, but he is quite powerful. 6,000 men, Nordvina men, so obviously very dangerous, but he is coming up to the edge of Khazaria, which is still dealing with some internal turmoil here. Looks like that's not going to last too long, though. It seems as though she has lost her war. I can hear my cousin Lapsui muttering to herself from across the hall. I need something great, something epic to make my creation stand out from the uninspired masses. But what? Just what? When her spirited eyes meet mine, she breaks out into a huge smile and waves to me. My lord, what an amazing idea. Just perfect. What do you think of adding your family's motto to your commission? Sure, that sounds lovely. And we continue to kind of just build up our holdings, build up a little bit of money. I mean, there's not really too much we can do here. We can try to do a few plots against our enemies. I think somebody did point out it would be good to get Duchess Viviana, who led the war. Here we are, Duchess Viviana. We should try to sway her. She's pretty powerful in the Empire right now. Although she doesn't have her... She is just the Master of Horse now, and she's quite old. It still would be worth it to have her on our side. My metalsmith Lapsui updates me on her progress, droning on about the limits of hammer and bellows as my mind reels with bold ideas for my regalia. Making may not be my personal forte, but that doesn't mean I can't have a say in how my money is spent. My background could give me some insights. Ooh, I mean, we have a decent chance of that. I think we'll try. Your ideas work well, indeed, increasing the quality of our regalia. Very good. As you can see, King Asnar II is now the head of the dynasty. He is a powerful man. Ooh, but he is facing a civil war. Who is he? Prince Styrkar, Sumerlithi's son. Oh. Interesting. Prince Styrkar Sumerlethi's son, the imbecile. I don't think he's the one leading this himself, but probably he is on behalf of somebody else. Although his other brother here, not a particularly good man either. What about Prince Sumerlethi II? Nothing too special about you. Can Asnar II pull off a victory in the Civil War? We shall see. Over here, my lord, my cousin Lapsui waves me over with a wide grin. I have toiled many days and nights, and finally my work is done. She presents me with an object wrapped in cloth, and as I lift it, the fabric, my eyes go wide. An elegant regalia set of masterful craftsmanship. It consists of an electrum scepter, set with pieces of sapphire, a linen cloak that has been embroidered with silver thread, and an electrum cross-bearing orb. Oh, look at that. Diplomacy per level of fame +1, piety plus 0.5 per month, prestige plus 0.12 per month, tyranny loss plus 12%, and attraction opinion. That's pretty decent. I think we're probably going to use our regalia. We should also put on our jute brooch here. It's going to cost too much to repair though. It's going to eventually break. Oh nice, we will get a demand payment for hooks. I like that idea. Excellent. And our wife is pregnant. You still got it, you spry old man Jarl Refir. Let's see what this event is here. The latest work of my acquaintance, Mayor Dominic, has become all the rage at court of late. The piece deals with success and growing greatness, and Dominic has publicly dedicated it to me. The Spear of Moesia. When red-plumed war comes to his lands, all flashes of iron and shouted demands, then all shall tremble as he takes field, all fire and fury and thundering wield. So far, I've kept my thoughts to myself, but the buzz has grown too dramatic to ignore for much longer. Dominic, I can see this is truly heartfelt, or I don't know how I feel about this. I think we are going to do this diplomacy challenge. And the poem is lauded, and we kind of tested the court. People love it, so we love it. That's simply how things go. What can we do here? We can get an alliance with our son. I guess we might as well. Hire a court physician. We are getting a little old. We don't really have anybody who can do the job, so why don't we search for a physician, shall we? And that should take care of most of that stuff. Set time running once more. Good to know our son is in alliance with us. We're just securing his loyalty. I mean, he wouldn't dare murder us, would he? This world is full of dangers, even to a Jarl and his court. As per my request, my servants have inquired after recommendations. Now they have assembled a few options to choose from. We could have Arnfast here. Well, he is a little bit of a flamboyant trickster. Or we could have perhaps Somatu. Well, we already have a Somatu in our court, so I think we're going to get Arnfast. Speaking of, somebody did want us to find a wife for our spy master, so I imagine we can do that. Oh, who is this? Who are you? You're related to us, but alright, you can marry our cousin, I suppose. Why not? There you go. Blessed be you, Somatu, and blessed be your union. You know, you've served us well. What? To my brooding vassal, you are hereby under arrest for crimes against the crown. Oh dear. On decline. We would start a war with the rebellion, Casus Belli. Do we simply let him arrest us? I mean, I don't know. Oh, I mean, what do we have here? His vassals do not like him. I think that's how that's their opinion of me. I want to know how much they care about our liege. Would anybody rise up against us. You know what? I don't think we would simply like turn ourselves in. No, I don't think we would. We're gonna lose this war, you guys. I don't know if you know that, but we are going to lose this war. But we are not going to turn ourselves in to the Emperor. Ouch. No. Oh, did somebody come and join us? Countess Latica as I think. No, that seems to be something else going on there. Well, let's raise our troops. And look, I know some of you guys are going to be saying, like, why would you start this war? It's obviously we're going to lose. Yeah, obviously we're going to lose. We know that as people who are watching this game, but Jarl Refir is not just going to, like, turn himself into his worst enemies. He knows what's going to happen to him there. He's going to put up a fight. Like that, he's a Stjarna. He's going to put up a fight. We are going to put ourselves in the best position possible. We're going to go up here in Atos, or maybe in Mesembria, and we are going to wait for them to come to us. And we are going to do as much damage to them as we possibly can. My spy master has come to me with grave news. It is my wife, Duchess Tata, that is plotting against my mentor, Samatu. My wife is trying to murder my spy. Things are descending into chaos here in Moesia. That evil fiend. My wife? No. Everybody's an evil fiend in our court. Let's face it. Everybody in the court is an evil fiend. We're going to do this fight. We're going to hope for the best. It's not going to go well. We are Nordvina, and we are not going to go quietly into the night. Here we are, as you can see. I mean, we're going to lead the army ourselves. Why would we do anything else? This is going to be a crushing defeat here. But it is what the Stjarnas would do. We would not go quietly. As you can see here, things are not going well in the battle. We are leading our army, but we are vastly outnumbered, 10-1. And we stand no chance, as you can see here. We are lucky that we have thus far not taken any injuries here. Arnfast was slain. Very well. That's unfortunate for Arnfast. Allied combatants captured. Somatu of Arhus. And the battle here. Details. Well, our army was pretty much decimated. Some of our knights escaped. Some of them were imprisoned. Luckily, our son was as well. Well, we stand no chance here. We may have to surrender. And what I think is going to happen here, this isn't Refir surrendering himself. I think that he is going to be delivered to the Emperor by his son as kind of an act of appeasement. Would Colbain do that? He is deceitful and fickle and ambitious. I think he might. I think he might betray his father and deliver him up to the Emperor in order to retain something of a position here in the Empire. So, yeah, we are going to be kind of basically betrayed by our son and delivered to the Emperor. Surrendered. We will be imprisoned. So be it. I've been captured and detained against my will by Basileus Adrianus. I am no longer free to return to my home or travel as I wish. What is the Emperor going to do to us? That is the question. Well, what will happen here? What is our punishment gonna be? We're currently, I imagine, in house arrest. Oh, and our wife has given birth to a son, Rognvaldir. What about another name? Styrkar, Ragnar, Garcia? I think Styrkar may be a good name. Name him after the founder of our lineage. Negotiate release. I'm willing to release you from prison, but not unconditionally. We have been deposed. Ah, so here was Colbain's deal. Colbain made a deal with the Emperor. I will deliver my father unto you, Emperor. I will pledge my loyalty to you. I am not my father. I am my own man. Let me take the Jarldom of Moesia, and I will serve you faithfully and loyally. And that puts us in an interesting position here. Our father has been released, but he has been forced into exile. An old man going into the court of he fled north into Tabla Buti. Probably pronounced it. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Somebody in the comments can tell me the pronunciation if they know it, but I definitely got that one wrong. But as you can see now, we have switched over, and this is an interesting development. I don't think we've ever had this happen before in one of our roleplay series. We have switched over to our son before our last character has died, and now we will be playing as Jarl Colbain. What is the campaign going to look like under the Jarl? Well, we have lost this duchy, which we have lost to our younger brother here. That is an unfortunate development, but I don't think we're going to be in a position to take this back right away, simply because we don't want to offend the Emperor, and I'm pretty sure that immediately attacking our younger brother and taking those lands would offend the Emperor in this situation. We got to play it cool for a little while. We got to make some money. We got to make money, and we need to pay homage to our liege. Perhaps we can demonstrate our submission. Indeed we shall. Hail the Basileus. My servants his servants usher me into the great hall of Constantinople, where he sits on his throne waiting to hear my pledge. I kneel at the feet of my lord and pledge the many oaths of homage as the scribes record the event. With that, the ceremony is complete. I have nothing to offer my Basileus except my promise to faithfully serve as vassal of the empire. Adrianos bids me to arise and confirms his satisfaction along with my rights to the lands I rule in his stead. Hail the Basileus. Indeed, we all are going to be very loyal to the Emperor, who is 65 years old and hopefully will not last much longer. And then we can start to see what kind of things we can do as Colbain, Jarl of Moesia. But until then, I will see you in the next episode.